Hey guys, welcome back to my Chanel. I don't want to hear it. I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, you're not being consistent. Where have you been? Da da da, blah blah blah. Yeah. I know, y'all. I know. That's why I'm giving you guys a story time. I'm not gonna ask you guys to do anything except for give the video a thumbs up because I have been MIA, missing in action, for a couple of weeks now, and I know you guys do not want to hear me ramble. Y'all want me to get straight to it. So you guys know I told you guys in my last story time when I was talking about working with different hair companies that I was going to be talking about my experience as a hair influencer and talking about what it was like working with different wig companies, getting scammed by some wig companies, certain wig companies sending, me good hair but sending you guys bad hair, all that little good stuff. And then at the very end of this series, I'm going to be name dropping the best wig companies that I ever worked with. Also, I don't know, y'all let me know if y'all want me to do this, but I've been wanting to do this, like even before I started this series. I actually want to go back to some of those wigs companies that I felt was really good and go buy the wig on my own to see if the quality is still the same or if it's better, and then come back and let you guys know which companies were the best companies that I worked with and which companies were the worst. But while we're here exposing companies, I'm gonna expose myself because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was my first time being a wig influencer, and I definitely did not know how to juggle my schedule, and it was times where I was very unprofessional. Like, it was times where I was extremely unprofessional, and we are going to talk about that. So I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but I think it's going to be titled let me think. I think it's definitely going to be titled I stole their hair. I stole a company's wig, or I don't know what I'm gonna title it, y'all, but whatever you guys see as the title, that's what ended up happening. So let's get into it. So boom, I don't even remember the name of the company, but we are just gonna call the company Apple. How it happens, if you guys are new to my channel, then I used to be like a little mini wig influencer. They used to send me wigs. I used to do wig installation videos. Sometimes I will like install my wig while telling story times and stuff like that, like just different things. But one thing about me is, like, if I was installing a wig while telling a story time, babe, that was extra money, because y'all already know the story times used to get views on the channel. But if I was just doing like a regular installation video, it would be a little bit cheaper for the companies, because those videos will only average like 1,000 to like at the most 3,000 views, right? So Apple reached out to me through email, of course, my business inquiry email, and they basically wanted to work with me. And one thing about these wig companies, what they were mad notorious for was giving you a curly wig, y'all. Like this wig right here, and I know somebody about to be like, oh my god, where'd you get this wig from? Y'all, I don't know. I gotta go look, because y'all, whenever you guys message me and be like, what's that hair that you're wearing in your video, 9 times out of 10 that is an old wig. Like 9 times out of 10 that is a old wig, and I have no idea where the wig is from, because a lot of these hair companies loved giving me curly wigs, because curly wigs are, in my honest opinion, not even my honest opinion, this is a fact. Curly wigs are the cheapest hair. Like, they're the cheapest hair out of the whole company. They're the cheapest hair to push out and give. So they used to stay giving me curly wigs, or try to give me curly wigs and stuff like that. And when I first started working as an influencer, I did not know that I could low-key try to argue it with them. The only time that you cannot argue a hair with a company is if a company is trying to sell a specific unit at the moment and they want you to promote that specific unit. But if you get like an email from a company and they just want you to promote their hair in general, they will usually give you like a selection of where you can choose from. But some companies, they wouldn't even do that. Like, some companies used to just go and like send me a curly deep wave wig and be like, install it. And y'all, I have so many wigs that never even made it to the channel. Like, I've had, and I'm gonna tell story times about those later, like I've had fights with companies to where like I just like the whole sponsorship got canceled, and bitch, I just kept the wig. Like, I've had so many different like story times with like bad companies that I was bad to. Like, it's a lot. So whenever you guys come and be like, oh my god, what's that on your hair, like what hair are you wearing, if it's not a wig that I did not buy recently, if I don't say nothing, if I sit silent, if I'm looking like I'm gatekeeping, 9 times out of 10 your girl don't know where that hair came from. I do not know where that hair came from. Like this hair right here, I have no idea where this hair came from. Like, please don't ask, y'all. I don't know. But yeah, so the company Apple reached out to me and they basically wanted me to do a install video for them. They did not want me to do, well, they wanted me to do a story time, and I gave them my rates of everything. I gave them my rates of how much the story time would be. I gave them the rates of how much it would be individually. I also gave them a rates of how much it would be if it was included in a vlog, because this is back then when I started vlogging on this channel and throwing all my vlogs on this channel. And they basically, of course, wanted me to do a video. They always want me to do a video on the story time, but they never want to pay the story time fee. I used to tell them, if you can't pay the story time fee, baby, then I'm not doing it, because not only is it a lot of work to install a wig, it is a lot of work to install a wig while still maintaining a good pace and telling a good story time. That's a lot of work, okay? That is a lot of work. Like all those old videos that y'all used to see of me installing the wigs and stuff like that, it took a lot for me to get to that level, you know what I mean? So I will have to charge them more. Girl, you guys are obtaining way more views. Like, I remember whenever I used to do story time wig installation videos, a lot of y'all will go purchase that wig. Like, you guys would DM me and be like, oh my god, like, I went to go purchase the wig is good, da da da. So no, like, y'all, what I was even asking for was nothing. And one thing about these hair companies in China, they rip black girls off. That's why a lot of girls be wanting to be wig ambassadors and stuff like that. I'd be like, bro, it's not what it's cut out to be. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's not that many wig influencers on YouTube anymore, except for those girls who have accidentally turned their niche into doing nothing but installing wigs. And even on TikTok, there's not that many TikTok girlies as much anymore that are actually like installing wigs and working with companies for real, except for, like I said, those niche girls who have specifically turned their TikToks into installing wigs and installing wigs only. A lot of the times nowadays you will see like a girl go like get a wig on TikTok shop or something and advertise the wig and get commission from, you know, you clicking her link or something like that, or her storefront. A lot of companies are not really reaching out as much anymore to girls to, like, you know, install wigs as much as it used to be back then, because these companies do not want to pay. And I feel like in the beginning, you're not going to think that, because a lot of people in the beginning come in with the thought of, I just want a free wig, you know what I mean? But as you start working with these companies, signing contracts, going through language barrier problems because they live in China, going through time differences, because, you know, when you're going to sleep, they're waking up, and vice versa. The only good thing that about me is, y'all know I don't sleep. Right now it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know I don't sleep. So I never used to have to deal with time problems, because when they will be at work, I'll be up. So I'll just hurry up and message them and stuff like that, because a lot of these companies, if you don't catch them right then and there, you won't hear from them for days. Them not wanting to pay you, them wanting stuff a specific way. Like, when you really start working with these wig companies, you really start noticing that this I just want a free wig turns into I need to get paid for this, because it's so much work. And that's just how it was, right? So this company reached out and wanted me to advertise a wig for them. And I ended up giving them my fee, and they ended up going with the wig installation fee, right? So around this time, y'all, keep in mind, because I know somebody gonna be like, that's wrong, da da da. I'm not justifying this story time. Like I said, I was in the wrong in this story time completely. Bitch, I was just shocked that they knew I was in the wrong too. So basically, they basically told me the requirements of what they wanted me to do. They basically just wanted me to do a regular wig installation video, and it was also going to be a frontal. It was a frontal 13x4. It was a deep wave unit, and I think it was like a 24 inch or like a 26 inch. Now, during this time, keep this in mind, during this time, I had so many different wig companies that I was working with. I kid you not, I remember, like, I used to put all my wig boxes in the corner of my room. This is back when I was in college, and I kid you not, I remember counting like 11 boxes. Like, I used to go to my college mail room all the time, and they would know, like, as soon as I step in, there was this one black girl. She used to like me so much. As a matter of fact, she was subscribed to my channel, because I remember one time I kept going to The Office. This is back when I used to get sponsorships like crazy. I don't even get sponsorships no more, y'all. I don't even check my email for sponsorships no more. I just got tired. I got so fucking tired, y'all. Like, I became so lazy when it came to this YouTube stuff, which is not good. I'm not happy about it, but I'm just being honest. Like, I don't even check for sponsorships no more because I just feel like they not trying to pay my fee. So I don't feel like going through emails and arguing my fee. Like, I'm good. You know, we could just coexist. You feel me? So there was a time that I kept going back and forth to the office, and the black girl was like, hey, can I ask you a question? I'm like, yeah, what's up? She was like, what do you do? Black people, bro. And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. She's like, girl, she said, I knew it. I need your channel now. So I gave her my channel, and she ended up subscribing, and she was like, bet, like, I'm gonna watch you. So every time I used to go to the mailroom, she always used to be like, I just watched the story time with such and such, and bro, you're funny. And come to find out, as me and her started talking more and more, if you guys don't know, my parents work at the university that I graduated from. She was taking my dad's class, so we ended up bonding more. And so every time I used to go to the mailroom, she was sitting in the front desk, she used to hook me up like complete. She was like, oh, Irene, okay, bet. Like, she'll go to the room, this and that, like, and stuff like that, and she'll, like, you know, let me, like, she'll sometimes even let me come to the room. It got to the point where they used to be like, Irene, you could go back there. Mind you, students are not really supposed to go back there. The only time they will let students go back there is if, like, they said that their package wasn't there and the student wants to confirm, then they'll go there with the student. But sometimes, y'all, I had so many packages of sponsorships that they would just tell me I could go back there. Because y'all got to understand, I wasn't just doing wig sponsorships around that time. I was doing clothing brand sponsorships. I was doing health and wealth sponsorships. I was doing even weed sponsorships. Y'all, I was doing so many different sponsorships back then. So I went back there, I grabbed my stuff. I remember, like, always having so many boxes of hair. Like, I remember having so many sponsorships of wig companies. And so Apple basically came in quick. Like, and mind you, I was telling myself that I should have listened to my gut and not taken that sponsorship, because I already had like 11 sponsorships of hair to do. And I told myself, nah, it's okay. Like, I'm going to get it done, because I was already working on, I think, on 2 sponsorships. And I said, well, I'm going to knock them out. By the time I knock them down, I should be down to like five different, you know, five left. And then that one comes in and I'm good, right? Wrong. Y'all, around that time, teachers started giving us work like crazy. Like, when I say I was getting work like crazy, I was getting assignments, homework, projects, tests coming up. It got to the point where I could not even do one. I only ended up doing 2 different wig installs. Mind you, I told you I have 11 boxes, so that's 9 left. I only ended up doing 2 wig installs from 11 of those boxes. So there's 9 boxes left, and then that one comes in. Apple, the wig company Apple comes in, right? And a lot of these companies, you have a time limit. Like, you cannot just sit on these wig installs and just take your sweet time. Like, you have a time limit, and not all the companies made you do so, but most companies will make you sign a contract that says if in the events that you don't do it at such and such time, you don't get paid, this and that. So the companies that I signed contracts, I was putting them first. Whether they came in before the other company or not, I was making sure that I was busting them out quickly. So I had so much work to do, y'all. And I just started like doing wig installations. Like I said, a lot of the times the companies would give me a deep wave wig. Like, that was their go-to. Like, and this is when I just started. So I did not know that I could negotiate different wigs. Like, I did not know that I could tell them, hey, I don't want to wear that. I want to wear this. Like, I had no idea. So every time they used to give me a go-to wig, I would just accept it. Y'all, I was just happy to be there. You feel me? I was just happy to be there. So within saying that, Apple was not the only company that gave me a deep wave wig around that time. And it's actually crazy because I always chose the same length. Because even though they would give me a deep wave wig, they would let me choose the parting, and they will also let me choose the length and I think the density. So I used to always choose a 13x4, or sometimes they will make me do a closure. Then I will choose a length of 26, I think, or 24, one of the two. So I always used to choose the same shit. So I remember having 2 deep wave wigs, that company Apple and the other one that came in way before Apple. So y'all, I don't know what happened, but there was a week where so much was due. Like when I say so much was due, y'all, so many assignments from different classes were due. I remember like assignments being due, homework being due, there was a test that week, like it was a lot. So I had to put everything on hold. Like I put like damn near everything on hold. I could not touch nothing. Like I couldn't even pick up the camera to record that week. I don't know how long Apple gave me for the due date, but I'm pretty sure it was like 2 weeks, 2 weeks after, right? Or 3 weeks after. So, and I think I was like on the second week. And one thing about these companies that used to irritate the hell out of me. Let's say that, what's today's date? Today's the 16th, right, of October, right? Today's the 16th of October. Let's say that you get an email from a company at the 10th of October and they end up sending you the wig on the 16th. These people will literally, some of these companies will harass you. The company gave you to October 28th to turn in the video and everything. Some of these companies will literally wake up every blessed morning and email you and be like, hi honey, I know you got the wig, how's it going? You don't have to do that. And it's like, babe, you don't have to do that. Like if you gave me a due date of the 28th and we are nowhere near the 28th, you don't have to be asking me to give you an update of the wig and all. Like, no, we don't have to do all that. Like, you can stay calm. Like, you could dead ass just be calm. Like, you don't have to do that. And so Apple was doing that, and it was actually very annoying. Like from the time that I got the wig, they started messaging me like crazy. They're like, hey love, when do you think you'll have the wig up? And I'm just like, before the due date. Like I don't know, like, you know, I got so much shit going on with, you know, everything that got that, like, you know, these other companies. I have companies before, and then they tried to like come and be like, do you think you can have it by such and such date? And I was like, no, like, no, there's no way that I can do that, because I have other companies before y'all that I actually have a due date as well. So I gotta knock them out the way before I knock you guys out the way, because their due date is higher than y'all's, because I got the wig way before. I got their wig way before y'all gave me y'all's wig. So they were like, oh honey, we understand, da da da, this is and that. Everything is honey until shit go left. Yeah. The week before the due date, this company started blowing up my email. And one thing about me, if I could smell, like when I say smell, I could smell if a company is gonna be annoying as soon as I get the wig. Like even before, I can sometimes smell if a company's gonna be annoying even before I work with them, before I get the wig, before anything. But one thing about me is I could literally smell if a company is going to be annoying after I get the wig. And it's through these few things. Constantly emailing me, asking me when am I gonna have the wig ready, trying to push up the due dates after we all signed a contract of when the wig needs to be due. Those two things right there will just let me know, like, yeah, like this. And also, like, it's other things that they do, but that's after I install the wig. Like, those are those two main things that let me know a wig company is going to be annoying. And Apple was doing those two things. They kept emailing me. They kept asking me for updates on the hair. They kept asking me, how do I like the hair? Like, all these extra ass questions. And it got to the point where I just wasn't responding at all. And in my honest opinion, I do that all the time. I just stopped responding after a while, and I just end up sending them the unlisted video, and I'll be like, here's the YouTube video, how do you like it, you know, let me know how you feel, this and that. And then they end up paying me and I publish it. So that's what I put in my mind. I put in my mind that I am not going to respond to them. They're asking way too many damn questions, assuming like I'm not responding to them. When it's time for me to send the wig, bitch, they gonna see it, you know. So that happened, y'all. Why, when it was time for me to install the wig, I couldn't find it? A fresh wig, y'all. A fresh 13x4, 26-inch, 250 density, deep wave wig. I couldn't find it. When I tell y'all, I tore up my whole entire room for that wig. I tore up my whole entire room for that wig. I couldn't find it. I looked under my bed. I literally, because I used to have like the type of bed in college where you would rise it up high with the cones and stuff. And I used to put a whole bunch of things under my bed. I used to put like my, I used to have storage bins under my bed with snacks in it. I used to have my suitcase under the bed, you know, like just a whole bunch of storage stuff, like college, you know, college edition. Y'all, I literally ripped out everything from underneath that bed to look for that wig. Couldn't find it. I went through every single row of every single box. Mind you, at this time, this wig, I had like probably out of the 10, I had like 4 wigs left, including the Apple company. So I three wigs excluding them. So I had already damn near been done. But one thing about me is in that time period, I would not throw away the boxes until I was done with everything. Like, I would have to be done with everything, and then I would throw away the boxes and stuff like that, just in case, you know, just in case a company reaches out, or just in case a company complains about something, or because sometimes companies would do that, y'all. Can y'all believe that sometimes companies will approve the video and then come back a day later and be like, hi honey, no, I don't care. And they'll be like, oh, we checked and we didn't like how you put your arm up at such and such. Can you go back and do it? And I'll be like, no, my viewers have already seen the video. Like, what? And stuff like that. So I will always keep the box and stuff like that, just in case the companies had wanted me to do anything. Y'all, I could not find this wig. I started panicking. This is the only time throughout my whole wig career that I lost the wig. Like, this is my only freaking time that I lost the wig. I literally looked at my closet. I took down my clothes. I took down my bags, everything, my shoes. I put everything outside of my closet. Could not find the wig. Went through every single box. Could not find the wig. Went to my makeup area. Pulled everything out. There's this little pink big drawer that I used to have full of a whole bunch of my hair products, like hair products, sprays, whatchamacallit, hair dryers, glues, and everything. Opened everything, couldn't find the wig. Went to my restroom, couldn't find the wig, y'all. I could not find the wig. And I know somebody about to be like, maybe your roommate stole it. No, my roommates did not steal my wig. My doors used to be locked at all times. Like, y'all, that was literally my doings. And now looking back at it, I definitely think that I accidentally threw the wig away when I was cleaning up my room. How did I do that? Please don't ask me. I don't know, but I could not find the wig. So this company is messaging me, y'all, like, hi honey, like, what's the update? Mind you, the due date not even here. So I'm panicking because I'm gonna say the due date was like a week in advance, and they're like messaging me like, hi, do you think you can like send us the video earlier than the week that the due date is due? And I'm looking at this company like, bitch, I don't think I can send y'all the video at all, because bitch, I don't got the product that the like, bitch, I don't got shit on me, not a dollar, not a dime, not a penny. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I came up with this bright idea. So please don't judge me, and I won't judge you, cause it can get ugly before it gets beautiful. Please don't judge me. Y'all y'all, I'm actually exposing myself. Like, this is actually a story time where I'm actually exposing myself and not nobody else. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to feel about this. So y'all know how I told y'all that I ended up working with a company that gave me damn near the same exact wig. They gave me a 13x4, 250 density, 26-inch deep wave unit. I just had the bright idea to reinstall that. Y'all, the curl pattern was just dead ass spot on. The freaking the lace, everything spot on, y'all. Like, when I say spot, because I remember before I lost that wig, I remember comparing the two and being like, damn, these are damn near the same wigs, you know? So I knew for a given fact that, you know, like, I could get away with this. Like, I knew I could get away with this. And I just felt some type of way. I was just scared, y'all. I was scared because we ended up signing a contract. And a lot of the times, if you were to get a unit from a company and sign a contract that says you must install the wig, this and that, a company can literally take you to small claims court for stealing their unit and not installing the wig, you know? So I was worried. I was like, oh my God, like, I don't want to get taken to small claims court over this bullshit. I'm just going to have to take this wig. I'm like, bitch, shit, look, all of it look alike, and it all's coming from the same factory. Y'all niggas is just putting different names on it or whatnot. That's just how I saw it. So I ended up doing that. I ended up, allegedly, I ended up taking that old company's wig and installing it in my head and filming it. I used like a clip, like y'all, I don't even want to tell y'all everything I did, y'all, but just know I was doing the damn thing, like, and I made the video very cute. I usually do not edit, like over edit on my wig videos, especially the ones that are not story times or put in the vlogs. I usually don't over edit. I just do like little 1-2-1-2. And y'all, when I tell you I edited the hell out of that vlog, I mean that video, y'all, I was putting lights, different transitions, bitch, I was trying to distract them or something. I was putting different transitions, lights and shit, like had different like flows, like different songs. Like I was talking in the video, y'all. Like I was trying to make sure that the video was top tier. Even the thumbnail was like, the thumbnail was tea. And usually I did not used to overdo it with the thumbnail when it came to wig videos, but that one, y'all, the thumbnail was tea because my mindset was just fake it till you make it, because I don't know, I just did not want to go to small claims court over a wig. I'm sorry. So I do all that and I end up sending them a video, and I also end up sending them a link. But I'm a con artist, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. I end up sending them a lengthy ass email like, thank you so much for working with me. Bitch, I said thank you for working with me. Bitch, I stole. I said thank you so much for working with me. Like the reason why I could not respond to these emails is because I've been working on this unit. This unit is lovely. Thank you so much again. Bitch, why did they email me and said that's not our hair? I'm laughing because I think my brain is started to process how I felt in that moment. When I tell y'all, my heart dropped to my ass. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? Y'all, I literally stared. I remember, like, I think it was on my laptop. It wasn't on my phone, but we're just gonna make it look like it was on my phone. I literally remember looking at my phone like, how the hell do y'all know that's not y'all's hair? Like, it was just so weird. And when I tell y'all, because I know sometimes companies will say deep wave, and then like every company's deep wave looks like deep wave pattern looks different. No. Y'all take my word for it. That company that I ended up working with and the Apple, their deep wave unit looks spot on. Like the curl pattern was spot on. The lace, spot on. HD lace. Like everything was spot on. Cause I remember making a joke like these companies, they be acting like they wigs is so different. They all come from the same facility. Like I remember making a joke because I remember looking at both of it like, this looks like the same here. The same amount of thickness, spot on. The length, I got 26. Like everything was spot on. So my brain's trying to pick up, how the hell do you know this is not y'all's hair? So y'all, no, this is an embarrassing story, y'all. This is so embarrassing. Y'all, they start threatening me because once they said that's not our hair, bitch, I didn't even respond. I was just in my head like, shit, I tried, you know, like, and it wasn't even a matter of me trying to get money out of them. I just did not want to, like, this was a contract, you know what I mean? So I'm like trying to make it look like that's their hair, but after they said that wasn't their hair, bitch, I surrendered it. Like I didn't even respond. Y'all, this company started blowing up my email, basically saying, honey, where's our hair? That's not our hair. We know that's not our hair. This is and that. Where's our hair? This is and that. Bitch, I'm not even responding like that. I'm like letting days go on. But something in me was like, you need to respond because you look guilty. Like you look mad guilty. Now, me letting a couple of days go by is not me looking guilty, because sometimes you, like, some of these wig companies, by Wednesday, if you message them after Wednesday, they don't respond. Like they be off after Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They don't be in the office. So me ignoring them those 2 days were the days that they were off, so I could get away with it. But I started thinking to myself, if they get back to the office and they see that I'm not responding, they're gonna know that this is not their hair. So bitch, I had to defend my honor. I had to defend my lie. So I said, what do you mean this is not y'all's hair? Y'all, I'm a con artist. I'm like, what do you mean this is not y'all's hair? This is y'all's hair. They were like, honey, I don't know. Like, the girl was messaging me back. She was like, honey, this is not our hair. This is and that. Like, I don't know what you did to that hair, but this is not our unit. I said, how is it not y'all's unit? Like, this is the same curl pattern and everything that y'all gave. This is the hair that y'all gave to me. And they were like, honey, this is not our hair. Like, they were adamant, y'all. Like, when I tell you they were adamant that that wasn't their hair. Like, they were like, this is not our unit. We don't know where you got that unit from. We will not be able to pay you, and we need you to install the unit because we made a contract together. Bitch, I'm looking like that unit is dead and gone. Dead and gone. Bitch, that unit is to the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump. Bitch, that unit is in the trash can, okay? Like, there's nothing to install, and there's no contract no more. Like, that unit is finito, gone, done. So I'm like arguing my honor, y'all. I'm like, that's the unit. What are you talking about? Bitch, I'm on one. I'm like, that's the unit. What are y'all talking about? Like, that's the unit that you guys gave to me. Can I speak to a higher up? I'm like, can I speak to a higher up? She's like, all right, I'm gonna refer you, but that's not our hair. Like, y'all, she started getting an attitude. She's like, I'm gonna refer you, but that's not our hair. It gave like, girl, do you think I was born yesterday? Like, that's the vibe it gave in the email. So she CC'd me in a different email to her higher up. The higher up lady wrote me a long ass paragraph like, honey, that's not our hair, this and that, blah blah blah. We know you work with a lot of hair companies, so I don't know if you got our hair mixed up with a different hair company, but we study our hairs very well. We study our wigs very well, and that is not our wig. That is not our wig at all. There, she was like, the dude. Now the thing is, I ended up sending in that hair before the due date. So she texted me and was like, the due date is due. I think the due date was due in like 2 days. So she said the due date is due in 2 days. So I don't know what you're gonna do, but maybe you need to send another video with our hair. Like, y'all, they was being shady. They knew I was lying. They were like, send us another video with our hair and we can see if, you know, we could pay you. Until then, like, you're not getting paid for this unit. And yeah, that's not our hair. And I was just like, yes, it is. I'm like, I'm confused. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, this is y'all's hair. This is the hair that I picked up from the facility. Da da da. Like, this is and that. Y'all, this is another thing. Like, this is like another thing that, like, I don't know why I feel like I threw away the whole wig and the box, because why could I not find the box of the company? Like, the box of the company, Apple, I couldn't find it. And so they started saying like, okay, well, show us the box. Since it's our hair, show us the box. Which I was like, I don't really feel like it. Bitch, I can't do it. So they're like, if that's our hair, show us the box. Like, show us the box. Show us the stuff that we gave to you. She was like, what utensils do we give? Like, not utensils, I'm hungry. She was like, what combs did we give to you? Like, what did we give? What did we put inside that box? Since it's that hair, you should still have the box, right? Like, she literally said it just like that. She was like, you should still have the box, right? That was in the email. I'm like, oh Lord, the gig is up, bro. But I didn't want to admit it, y'all. I don't know, y'all. This is a shady ass video. Like, and one thing about me, like, y'all already know, I would never like just expose companies and not expose the stupidity I've done, because I've done stupidity in this hair industry. And y'all, after that, I just gave up. Like, I literally just gave up, and I just was like, I'm not responding no more. Like, I'm not responding no more. And they ended up emailing me again and basically threatening me to take me to small claims court because I did not complete my end of the contract. Bitch, I started defending my honor again, like I was Ted Bundy defending myself. I was my own lawyer. I said, that is the wig, and if you take me to small claims court, I'm gonna countersue you for ABCD. Bitch, I don't even know what I was on. I do not know what I was on, but y'all, I was on one. Like, and I'm wrong like a hoe. Like, I'm over here in my bed shaking like a stripper, because I'm like, I really hope this company does not sue me. But I'm thinking to myself, what do they think I have? Like, they think I got money? I don't got no money, young. Like, it was just a lot, y'all. It was a lot. And after a while, I feel like the company just stopped. Like, I feel like after a while they just gave up. I feel like after a while the company knew I was lying, and they just stopped messaging me, because this is what made them stop messaging me. And I was like, damn, this company cold with it. So I did not know that the company, as a matter of fact, is actually crazy because I peeped that, but I didn't pay attention to it. Because one thing about me, when I get my wigs, I like to flip it inside out to see how much space they gave for the 13x4. Because a lot of these companies be saying 13x4 and stretching the tracks out to the middle, to the sides, to where you can't even do like a deep side part or nothing like that. So I always flip it out. Now, this company, when you flip the deep wave unit out, there is a tag that is in Chinese writing, and I guess it's the code to let them know that that's their wig. So she messaged me and was like, oh, that's the wig. She was like, go ahead and take a picture of the inside of that. But the inside of what? Bitch, I froze. After that, bitch, I stopped arguing, because it's like, when she said that, it's like my brain remembered, damn, they do have that code. Because I remember when I flipped the wig inside out to see if the unit was full, I remember seeing that Chinese code like down there in like gold print. So I was like, damn, this company cold. Because a lot of companies are not like that. Like, a lot of companies would just make a regular unit and, you know, put the bobby, like the pins in, and that will be that, right? And the hair, the elastic tie, and that will be that. After that, y'all, I stopped arguing. I'm like, look, this ain't a fight I can fight no more. Like, whatever y'all gonna do to me, do it to me. If y'all feel like y'all gonna take my little broke ass to small claims court, a little college student that's broke as hell, to small claims court over a wig, if that's how y'all feel like y'all gotta move about it, that's fine. But at that point, I just gave up. Like, once they hit me with that type of proof, bitch, I'm no longer gonna make a fool out of myself. Y'all can have that. And yeah, y'all, that's what happened. That's what happened. I didn't end up getting paid for that video, of course. I never found that wig. I remember, like, even after the fact, I will look throughout my room to see if I could find that wig. And after a while, I just came to terms with the fact that 9 times out of 10, I threw that wig away. Like, I'm pretty sure I threw that wig away. No funny shit. And yeah, y'all, that's the story time. And y'all don't fry me in the comments. I learned my lesson. I never did that shit again. And I never lost a wig again, honestly. But I never did that shit again, to be honest. And yeah, that was an embarrassing ass moment in my life. Like, there's times where I think of that moment and I low-key cringe. Because I just be thinking to myself, like, was that necessary, Irene? And honestly, after that moment, I definitely started slowing down with saying yes to companies. Like, whenever companies would be hitting me up like crazy to work with them and do hair sponsorships, I used to like space it out. Like, I used to tell them, I could do your hair, I could install your wig, but it's gonna take a month, it's gonna take such and such. Like, I used to start giving them time deadlines, because I just was like, the only reason why I lost this wig is because I was dealing with so many different wigs at a time in my room, and I lost count and I lost control, and I ended up accidentally just throwing one away. That's it. That's all. That's the only reason why I ended up throwing that wig away. If I wasn't working with so many different companies and, you know, doing so many different installs, I would have never threw that wig away. You know what I mean? So after that, I completely slowed down, and I just started doing like 5 installs at a time. Y'all got to think about it like this. I was in college. I was doing engineering. I also had a job. I used to work at, that's when I was working at Ulta. Was I working at Ulta around that time? No, I wasn't, because that was after COVID. I wasn't working at Ulta. I didn't have a job. YouTube was my only job, but engineering was a lot as is. You know what I mean? So it was very time consuming and shit like that. And I just had to let myself know, like, girl, you cannot juggle 10 wigs at a time plus do this engineering shit. Like, you can't. So I just started lowering it. I think I cut it in half and lowered it down to 5 wigs in a time span. And yeah, y'all, that's the story time. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Y'all don't fry me in the comments. Ladies, I learned my lesson. Don't fry me in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.